Oh, good morning. Let us dive into the wonderful world of Jesse Jackson. First of all, it is sad to hear that he has passed away. We are just losing some really amazing people left and right. We lost Robert Duvall, and then I think right after Robert Duvall, we lost the Reverend Jesse Jackson. What strikes me about the Reverend Jesse Jackson is a story that he told about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Now, many of you might not have known this, but the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was 15 years old, he wanted to leave the earth because the calling on his life was just that serious. Now, many of you might not realize this, but many people who have very heavy callings on their lives would rather just give up this bitter cup and just leave, right? So the Reverend Jesse Jackson talks about the day that the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King was assassinated. And he said he took his blood and he marked himself. I have a problem with that for many reasons. If Dr. Martin Luther King at 15 years old wanted to not be here because of the heaviness of his calling, what makes you think that you can mark yourself and be the next in line? What this tells us is this: you wanted to be the next in line without realizing what the person who was in line was carrying. And this happens often in life. Even in my living situation, people would rather copy what I'm eating, copy what I'm wearing, copy what time I come home, copy the fact that I am home because I'm doing research, copy the fact that, just copy those things, but they don't want to apologize. They don't want to close the door respectfully. They don't want to be respectful. They don't want to be accountable for their friends when they're in this house. They don't want to act like they have sense. They want to act like they're psycho, right? I get so tired of people wanting what somebody else has without realizing it comes at a price. The calling on the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, was a calling that was placed on him from the Most High God. He didn't ask for it. Stop wanting something that God didn't give you, because what he gave you, you're probably not stewarding over well. In other words, get a life.